Deep beneath the Zagros Mountains lies a silent, concrete world. Miles of tunnels, thousands of personnel, and an arsenal that has kept the Middle East on edge for decades. As of March 2026, the board has changed. Following the intense escalations of the last year, from the 12-day war to the recent Operation Lion's Roar, Iran's missile force has been put to its ultimate test. Today, we're doing a deep dive into the race to rebuild. From the aging Scuds of the past to the Mach 15 hypersonic missiles of the future, this is the current state of Iran's active missile arsenal. Part 1: The Tactical Backbone. We start with the Short-Range Ballistic Missiles, or SRBMs. These are the workhorses. While the old Shahab 1 and 2 are still in the inventory, they are liquid-fueled relics of the Scud era. The real threat: the Fateh 110 and its evolution, the Zulfikar. These are solid-fueled, and why does that matter? Because you can launch them in minutes and not hours. With ranges up to 700 kilometers, the Zulfikar is surgical. But if you want to push that tactical reach to the 1,000-kilometer mark, you look at the Dizful. These aren't just dump rockets anymore. They are GPS-guided, high-precision instruments of regional reach. Part 2: The Strategic Reach. Now we move to the Big Stick, the medium-range ballistic missiles. This is where Iran's reach extends across the entire region and into South Europe. The Sigil is the standout here. It is a two-stage, solid-fuel beast with a 2,500-kilometer range. But the engineering marvel is the Khorramshahr 4, also known as the Khaybar. It carries a massive 1,500 warhead, and to put that in perspective, that's double the payload of most Western counterparts in its class. Then there is the Khaybar Shikan, translation: the Castle Buster. It was designed with one goal: to outmaneuver missile defense systems like the Arrow and THAAD. It is fast, light, and uses a solid fuel motor that allows for extreme mobility. Part 3: The Low Flyers Cruise Missiles. But while everyone is looking up at the ballistic arcs, there's a second threat flying just above the treetops. Meet the Somar and the Hoveze. They are essentially pilotless jets. With a range of up to 2,500 kilometers, they don't rely on raw speed. They rely on stealth, and they hug the terrain, using valleys and hills to stay above the radar horizon until it's too late. And for the first time, we're seeing the Abu Mahdi. This isn't just a cruise missile. It is an AI-driven hunter. Designed for long-range naval denial, it can change course mid-flight to find the blind spot of a destroyer's Aegis system. In the narrow waters of the Persian Gulf, this turns the entire sea into a no-go zone for high-value targets. Part 4: The Hypersonic Frontier Fateh series. This is the headline grabber. The Fateh 1 and the newer Fateh 2. Iran claims the Fateh 2 utilizes a hypersonic light vehicle. Unlike a standard ballistic missile that follows a predictable arc, a glide vehicle skips along the atmosphere like a stone on water. At speeds of Mach 15, it is not just about being fast, it is about being unpredictable. If these claims are fully realized, it represents a massive leap in Iranian engineering, moving away from 20th century Scud clones and into the bleeding edge of 21st century physics. So where does the arsenal stand today? Recent operations have taken a toll, and analysts estimate about 300 of Iran's 450 mobile launchers have been disabled. But the missile cities remain, protected by hundreds of meters of rock. The protection lines are still humming. The stockpile sits at roughly 2,500 active missiles. Iran is no longer just a buyer of technology, it is a designer. And as the race to rebuild continues, the technical sophistication of these systems is only going up. What do you think is the most significant system in this list? Is the hypersonic claim a game changer or just psychological warfare? Let us know in the comments, and thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next breakdown.